Good morning. I'm having one of those technology days that I just want to screech. So I was trying to figure out how to do a screen share of some of the things I'm talking about today, but seems to be impossible. so it's a little technological glitch that I haven't figured out yet. So I will have to post what I was going to post um, separately on the chat later on. Anyway, I did post in the title a link to dental disease prevention products that are on our website. We're going to talk about some of those. So we've talked about how to determine whether your pet needs dental care, how to get that dental care, how to take care of them after they have a dental procedure. So today we're going to take a step back, now that we hopefully have an animal starting with a clean mouth, and we're going to look at what we can do to prevent them from developing more dental disease. Because like I said, I think I said it yesterday, that within 6 hours after a dental cleaning, they will start building up that plaque biofilm again. So it's very quick. And we need to be on top of that. Hopefully you're all doing your month-long dental health challenge where you are building that habit of taking care of your pet's teeth every day, whether that's brushing, using a spray, using a drop, using an essential oil. So hopefully you're building that into your routine. So a couple of things I want to talk about. All right, so diet. We're going to start with diet. There's a couple of great studies that have been done that show that dietary sugars and microbial acids can hasten the decay and plaque buildup on our pet's teeth. And we know that excessive quantities of glucose in the diet, which is sugar, can lead to a variety of negative health consequences for our pets because that's not what they are meant to eat. Research from over the past 7 years shows that organic acids can be produced by specific species of the dog's oral microbiome that are linked to inflammation and chronic inflammatory diseases such as periodontal disease. Dietary sugars can affect both dogs and cats and result in changes in their overall dental health. When a cat or dog is overexposed to dietary sugars, both complex and simple sugars, such as grains and starches, the structure and microbial composition of the biofilms that exist on the tooth surface and under the gum line are significantly different than pets that are fed diets that do not contain those starches and sugars. In a study on domestic and feral cats, domestic cats that ate commercial food had more calculus than feral cats who ate live prey. Domestic cats on a commercial diet also had thicker plaque, which is the bacterial biofilm, with a coarse tartar, and they have more fungal species and a higher burden of Corynebacterium, Peptostreptococcus, and Streptococcus species than feral cats, which likely have a more diverse diet. Diet influences the kind of metabolic waste products produced by the oral microbiome and the types of microbes that inhabit the microbiome. The presence of the organic acids embedded in the plaque creates microenvironments that can reach a pH as low as 3.8 to 5.5, which induces local inflammation in the subgingiva and local areas of demineralization of the enamel, weakening the teeth, causing those neck lesions that we see on kitty cats. It also fosters the growth of acid-tolerant bacteria such as Enterococcus, Streptococcus, and fungi. These microbes tend to be associated with inflammation and slowing the wound healing process, which is a significant problem in animals with periodontal disease. This transition from neutral or basic conditions in the mouth to acidic conditions have a narrowing effect on the microbiome, also known as dysbiosis, which decreases the microbial diversity and constricts the kind of waste products to an overabundance of types that are pathogenic in nature. So, Simple things that we can do to help have a healthy microbiome in the mouth. There's a lot of things we can do. 1, restrict diets high in carbohydrates. Things like chickpeas, sweet potatoes, rice, wheat, corn are quickly converted to simple sugars by the oral microbes, and that can lead to inflammatory waste products. So it's a myth that kibble keeps teeth cleaner. Kibble, because of its high starch and carbohydrate content, makes more plaque because it changes the microbiome in the mouth such that it's going to make it more inhabitable by the pathogenic bacteria. Limit treats and chews that have binding agents like modified starches, which are very quickly converted to simple sugars. So all those dental chews that you see that are made of tapioca, potato starch, not good. Those are, yes, we're getting that abrasive action, we're getting that chewing action, but we're changing the microbiome in the mouth such that it is actually contributing to more plaque buildup, more biofilm, more pathogenic bacteria in the mouth. So we want to opt for products whose major ingredients are proteins to steer the metabolic activity of the microbes toward an alkaline-producing profile. The alkaline-producing profile will counterbalance the inflammatory acids produced by harmful dental bacteria. So this is why on our website you don't see dental chews that are high in starches. They're just not something that is helping. It's why we talk about the myth of kibble helping for dental health. It does not. And most kitty cats, by the way, if you feed them kibble, they swallow it whole. They do not sit there and crunch and chew on it unless the pieces are very, very large matrix that they have to chew. Most cats swallow their kibble whole, and you'll notice that when they regurgitate their food or vomit, and it comes up just the way it went down. Okay, so what can we do to prevent disease? Well, 1, we can change the diet. And then we know that we need to do that daily dental care. Now, if you want to give your pet something healthy to chew, let's talk raw meaty bones. Dr. Tobias actually posted in the past week a really, really good chart. Maybe we can find that and repost it. The different types of raw meaty bones that are appropriate for different sizes of animals and whether you're using them as part of their nutrition or you're using them for dental health. And the different sizes of bones that you can use for that. So we'll see if we can find that to share that infographic because it's very good. So yes, we can give our pets something healthy to chew to have that abrasive action, to work the mouth while maintaining a healthy microbiome in the mouth. So there's a bunch of dental products on the market. And unfortunately, they have some really nasty ingredients in them that we don't want in dental products that we are going to be using for our daily dental care. So I have a blog, it was actually written back in 2017, called Dental Products with Poor Quality Ingredients. But I literally just went on Amazon and put in, dog dental care products, whatever. And then I looked at the ingredients on these things, and I'm just going to read you some of these ingredients that are just ridiculous to be in pet products that are supposed to be healthy for our animals. So chlorhexidine is an active ingredient that's an antimicrobial that is used very commonly. In studies comparing chlorhexidine to Manuka honey had better antibacterial effects against the bad pathogenic bacteria while leaving the healthy bacteria in place, versus with chlorhexidine we're much more likely to have resistant microbes and more problems down the line. This particular product also has sorbitol in it. We don't want sorbitol, we don't want xylitol, we don't want sugar anythings or sugar substitutes in our pets' dental products. This particular one also had FD&C Blue number 1. Your pets do not care what color their dental cleaning product is. That is to make the pet owner think that it's doing something. Dyes have been banned in many countries. We should not be using these. They are known to be carcinogenic. So I found quite a few products that the first ingredient is water. Well, if the first ingredient is water, you're paying a lot of money. It might be a bigger bottle and a cheaper price, but you're paying for basically water. A lot of them contain alcohol. I don't think that brushing our pets' teeth with alcohol or using a water additive with alcohol in it is a good idea for our pets to be consuming on a daily basis. A lot of them have like a million chemical sounding things in them. Sorbitol, polysorbate 20, sodium bicarbonate, tetrasodium pyrophosphate, sodium chloride, zinc gluconate. I mean, that's a lot of chemicals. I want to know exactly what everything is, what its safety profile is, if I'm going to be putting it in my pet's mouth. I actually, there's actually a water additive that has xylitol in it. Xylitol is toxic for our pets. The company's excuse is that, oh, it's such a low amount that it's not going to be toxic to our pets. I'm sorry, xylitol does not belong in any product ever being given to our pets. That same product has polysorbate 20, sorbate of potassium, sodium benzoate, FD&C blue number 1, FD&C yellow number 5, and chlorhexidine. Not getting near my pets for that stuff. I found another one that, this is actually a toothpaste. It has titanium dioxide. Doesn't belong in something going in my pet's mouth. It's a whitener. Sorbitol, we got that sugar. Poultry Digest, that is a rendered product. No way should that, they're using it for flavoring, but no way should that be in something that is going into my pet. Dextrose. Okay, why do we have sugar in a pet toothpaste? So make sure you're reading ingredient labels. So now that we talked about things we don't want to use, oh, and we also do not, gotta find it, we do not want to use human toothpaste. Oh, and then there was another comment. Well, I'll talk about that too. So human toothpaste has cleaning detergents in it, and they're not intended to be swallowed. We cannot tell our animals to rinse and spit. We do not swallow large volumes of toothpaste when we're brushing our teeth, but anything we are using on a toothbrush in our pet's mouth is going to be swallowed. Human products also contain much higher levels of salt, and again, they can have sweeteners and things like xylitol that are not meant to be given to pets. I do not recommend using baking soda. I know that some other veterinarians do, but it has a very high alkaline content. Maybe that's good for that microbiome being a little more alkaline, but it can upset the digestive tract a lot if they're swallowing large amounts of that. It also is high in sodium. So again, we cannot make them rinse and spit. I do not want to be giving a high sodium product to my pets, particularly those with heart disease, where we're trying to have at least a little bit of control over the amount of sodium that they are ingesting. Pet toothpaste, the ones that exist, are non-foaming, supposedly safe to be swallowed, although we just read a whole list of ingredients that I wouldn't want my pet to swallow. If the product tastes good and they like the taste of it, they are more likely to enjoy the experience of having their mouth taken care of. But we can certainly add healthy flavorings. So we're going to talk about some DIY toothpaste products that you can make at home. But you could even add, for flavoring, a little drop of chicken bone broth or beef bone broth, something that you've made that's really healthy that you could mix in with your product to make your pet like it even more. I did see some people saying that, how do they stop their pet from wanting to lick the toothbrush the entire time? Well, if you're using something that tastes that good, that's amazing, because they're actually going to enjoy the process. They're going to sit still for it, and they're going to be more cooperative. So it's just a matter of you as the person handling the toothbrush figuring out how to get it where you need it to be. So I had a little slideshow on this next part. I can't get it to come up on Facebook. Go figure. And I couldn't get my Zoom to work this morning. So this is the way we're doing it. So we have on our website quite a few products that we have talked about in the past. that can be very helpful. So you can make your own, we call it DIY dental toothpaste for pets, using our dental drops and coconut oil. So we actually posted a video this week with just like a quarter teaspoon of coconut oil with a couple of the dental drops placed on that or mixed in with it, and using that as your toothpaste. Most pets tolerate that really well. If they're not huge fans of the taste of the dental drops, because they have a peppermint and cinnamon oil in them at safe levels, by the way. So some pets are just not fans, just like some people don't like those tastes. By diluting it in the coconut oil, a lot of times that will make them be more tolerant of it. Coconut oil, particularly the ones that are very high in lauric acid, like the Cocoa Therapy product that we have on the website and that I use myself personally, that high lauric acid content also attacks the pathogenic bacteria and helps reset the microbiome in the mouth. So that's a really safe, easy product to use, rather than going out and buying a doggy kitty toothpaste that has ingredients in it like poultry digest, which we really don't want to be introducing. And if you have an animal with a chicken allergy, that's certainly not going to work for them. A second DIY toothpaste is the same coconut oil, but using the Adored Beast Love Bugs. And the Love Bugs is a teaspoon of coconut oil to a 1/16 teaspoon of Love Bugs. If you don't use this all in one sitting, you could save it and use it the next day, use it over a couple of days. But that makes so if they don't like the flavor of the dental drops, then you could use this probiotic mixed with the coconut oil, and that's going to give a healthy microbiome in the mouth while you're also getting that abrasive action of brushing. We also have Animalio's Dog Breath Light, which is an essential oil. You could mix that with coconut oil for brushing. You could put that directly in their mouth. You could put it on their paw for them to lick it off, groom it off. And if you can't get anywhere near their mouth, you can put that in the water. For the kitty cats, there's Kitty Boost, which is a topical oil, and you can put that on them and they can lick and groom that off as well, and it'll have that effect. So the Dog Breath Light has Copa-Iba oil, recognized for having anti-inflammatory properties as well as antibacterial and pro-healing abilities. Safe, mild, almost tasteless essential oil, supports the reduction of inflammation of the gums and mucosa, aids in healing and reducing discomfort. It also has peppermint. The menthol contributes to pain relief and inflammatory pain relief. Helichrysum is beneficial to nerves, and if you've ever experienced tooth pain because you've got an exposed nerve, very painful. So having something that's going to help where we've got receding gums, exposed tooth roots, chipped teeth, broken teeth, that can definitely help decrease the pain while you're waiting to get them in to get the dental procedure taken care of. And then it has myrrh, which has been used for decades in the dental community for its anti-inflammatory abilities. And then one other thing, Gwen, I'll have to post the her base paws report that she got on Reginald and Edward. If she's watching, she may be putting it in there. But on the base paws, this is the kitty cat genetic report. It gave a level of chance that these cats would have periodontal disease, chance that they would have tooth resorptive lesions, chance that they would have bad breath. Her cats are going to need dentals quite often based on that report, because their chances of having periodontal disease genetically were way up at the top. And the Embark does look at an inheritable condition for dogs, does look at an inheritable condition called enamel hypoplasia. So it can be worthwhile having that genetic testing done so that you have some idea if you got that report back on your animal that said, oh my gosh, they have a, like 99% chance of having severe periodontal disease through the course of their life based on their genes. that might be enough to spur you to be doing serious dental care at home on a daily basis to try to keep your pet from losing all their teeth before they're 10 years old. So tons of ideas for ways to keep your pet's teeth healthy. And it really is just a matter of finding what works best for you and for your pet. And taking whatever works and running with it and making sure that you're performing this every day. I get emails and see comments from people saying, well, once a month I brush his teeth, or once every 6 weeks I take him to my veterinarian who, hand scales some stuff, and, we know they're not getting under the gum line and missing 75% of the dental disease because we learned that this week. That's not enough, folks. Not enough. Just imagine how your mouth would feel if you never brushed your teeth and you went to your dentist once a year and had your teeth cleaned, and that was all you did. It would be frightening. So that's what we're putting our pets through. Okay, so I will try to get these slides posted in the comments after we're done. And tomorrow we have a special guest at 10:30 from an advanced animal dentistry center, and I'm so excited because he's brilliant. I've met him in person. He worked on my mother's dog. So we're going to talk about the differences between going to a board-certified veterinary dentist versus having it done in your local veterinarian's office, which you can have an amazing experience. The dental care that was done for Gwen's cats, the dental reports that I showed you from Gwen's cats were amazing. The x-rays were amazing. They did a phenomenal job. But that's the level of care that we're looking for to keep our pets naturally healthy.